All right, gather around. Story time with Drew. Gather around. At ease, the noise. Okay, so once upon a time, there was a soldier who tried to commit suicide because he didn't want a PT. You remember that video when I said, you know, the reasons why people get out of the military, and one of them is PT? So one of the main reasons why people get out of the military, believe it or not, is PT. I wasn't lying. So we're gonna talk about how this soldier got out of the army and out of a PT smoke session with suicide. I had just gotten my P status. I was an E4 specialist. So one time, we're gonna call this guy Private Snuffy. One time, Private Snuffy fucked up. And my squad leader at the time tells me, fix it, right? Now my squad leader had a thing with his NCOs, right? With his team leaders, is he smoked the shit out of us so that when we smoke our soldiers, we do exactly what he did to us, right? Like he had a thing, like don't make your soldiers do something you haven't done. Experience the torture and then pass it down to your soldier. It's a ritual thing. He was one of the best squad leaders I've ever had the pleasure of being under. So he took us on this run called the Devil's Spine. Now anything called the Devil's Spine is straight out of hell, B. It was like this long trail that's just uphill. It felt like it's like never ending. That run was horrible, and I was a big PT stud. I loved running. And even for me, I was just like, this sucks so much. But my squad leader enjoyed it. He enjoyed our suffering, but he suffered with us, right? But he enjoyed it. He enjoyed our suffering more than he enjoyed his own suffering, if that makes any sense. He was fucked up in the head like that, you know? And I tell Private Snuffy, I'm like, yo, I heard what happened. This was Friday at the end of the last formation, so everyone was already dismissed. Now I heard what happened. I want you to get PTs. We're going on the Devil's Spine. And he wasn't happy about that at all. This guy was not happy that he was going on this run. Yo, I tell you got 5 minutes to be in front of my door in PT. So I wait for him, I go in my room, close the door, and I have a beer, right? I hear a little faint knock like a... So I creep up on the door and I look through the peephole and he's there. And I notice his shirt, he didn't have the PT shirt on. Like this guy isn't in PTs. So I'm pissed. Automatic, my blood starts. Like I know this guy just did not blow me off. I open the door and this guy is crying his ass off with his wrist slit. Like he was bleeding from his wrist. Now, it wasn't a deep cut. He was bleeding, but it wasn't deep. So I look at it and I look at him, right? I'm like, what the fuck? And he goes, Sergeant, I don't want to be here anymore. This is my first soldier. This is. So Gibson, who was my roommate at the time, I look at him and Gibson's like, what's going on? He walks up to us and he looks at it, he goes, oh shit. I'm like, yeah, oh shit, rest in peace Gibson. He's not with us anymore. But so I told yo, watch him real quick. I'm gonna go run downstairs, find a medic. I couldn't find a medic, and the closest thing to a medic was our LT, right? I'm trying to handle this internally, but fuck it, it was the LT. He was the only one that was available at the moment. So I'm like, hey, yo, LT, I got a soldier upstairs. Try to commit suicide. Can you come take a look at it? See, yeah, we run upstairs. He patches him up. He goes, what happened? He goes, I don't want to be in the army anymore. Let me remind you, this kid just got out of basic training. Like, this dude is fresh, is a brand new private in the military. Like, you don't know if you're gonna like this or not because you haven't done the time yet in the military to kind of understand how the life works. Obviously, what happens next? Suicide watch. Dude gotta go on suicide watch. It's a Friday, B. People just want to party, drink, and, you know, and do dumb shit. And this guy's stopping people from doing that. So he's not on anyone's good side right now. So suicide watch hits, right? We got him in his room. The doors are open. But Bumstead walks in. Bumstead walks in the room. Kind of walks in there and starts looking around, right? Huh. He looks at Private Snuffy like fucking Buster's a dick, man. Fucking dick. He looks at his table, his drawer. He had like a 6-drawer thing. Looks at it and he sees the knife. I didn't even see this knife. He sees the knife there, right? He grabs it, and Bumstead's a big knife guy. He's big on knives, and he starts rubbing the blade to the point. He looks at Private Snuffy. He goes, "Is this the knife?" Private Snuffy goes, "Yeah." Yeah, like all the yeah. Well, no wonder it didn't succeed. Hold on, I'm gonna go sharpen this for you. Like, Bumstead, don't do that. Like, no. He wants out. I'm gonna give him out. And yeah, Monday, you know, everyone watches him suicide watch or whatever. Monday hits, and we kick him out. We kick him out of the military. At that time, we don't have time to work on motherfucker. If you ain't want to be in the army would more than happy to kick you the fuck out of the military. You ain't want to be in there, that's fine, get out. There's people that want to come in. So that's what we ended up doing. We ended up like unable to adapt to military customs and whatever the case is, and we ended up kicking him out. This is the twist to the story, is that when he found out he was getting kicked out, like he was getting discharged, motherfucker was the happiest guy in the world. Happiest. Like he was even talking to me in a very flattering tone. Yes, best NCO. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Shut up, fucking idiot. I swear to God, he kept calling me that, like, yes, my favorite NCO. I'm like, shut up, stupid. But we ended up kicking him out of the fucking army. And yeah, see, I told you guys, he survives. He survives the story. So yeah, that was my experience with my first soldier attempting to commit suicide, all because he did not want a PT. Who does that shit, man? Who does that, you know? Shit, fuck.